Life Show. I'm your host, Rhonda Michelle, and we believe that it's important for you to not just live, but thrive. I'm excited about you being here today. Can you go ahead and grab your ink pen or a pencil and a piece of paper so you can write down all the juicy tidbits that are going to be coming your way today? I'm excited because I have somebody here who's concerned about your financial future, your financial well-being. They're going to talk to you about the things that's going on in this financial climate. I know we coming through the pandemic. It's a lot of things turned upside down. But right now, today, we're going to be telling you about things that you can do to get some things right side up. So again, I'm your host, Rhonda Michelle. Come on and tune into the Dynamic Life Show. Grab somebody and let them know that they can tune in right now. And we're excited to get this show on the road today. Stay tuned.
What's good? It's your boy Squirrel Wide. Hey, you know where I'm going to be September 10th? I'm going to be right here at Clifton Park for the Riff on the Cliff Fest, brought to you by Fat Brand and Iconic. It's going to be crazy. It's all featuring Dream Dog, Young Moose, Rough Ends. Who else going to be there? Scola, IZM 400, Brett Sears, Miami Mills, BRM Stunton, Lil Ty, a little bit of everybody's going to be there. Big festival, 2 stages. You don't want to miss it. You need any information on it, all you got to do is go riffonthecliffest.org. See you there, Big Mouth.
Fat Brand presents the first annual Riff on the Cliff Music and Arts Festival, featuring Dream Dog, Young Moose, Scola De Niro of Blue Hill, J Grams, Ruffin, and many, many more. All happening Saturday, September 10th at 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's all happening at Clifton Park, 2801 Harford Road. Get your tickets today at riffonthecliffest.org. Sponsored in part by Iconic Entertainment and the Funds Unlimited Group.
Welcome back. I believe you're all settled in now. You got your pen handy, you got your pencil handy. I'm excited because my guest today, Miss Kia Span, is going to talk to you all about keeping your finances straight. She wants to know what you got going on. What are your financial plans? What does your financial future look like? What's been going on with the pocketbook? What's been going on with the wallet? Miss Span is for the past, since 2017, Miss Kia Span?
Yes.
Welcome to the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm glad to have you. I'm excited about you being here. And she's going to talk to you about those things that you can do right there from where you are. If you know that you have some financial goals and you seem like you just keep hitting or missing. Well, Kia is going to talk to you about some of the things that you can do. She's that professional that financial advisor in this space, and she has been in this space, like I said, about since 2017?
Yes.
And one of the things she did was she came and taught the young ladies at the girls conference that I do, and I'm telling you, I've been getting requests for her ever since then. The parents who were in the room were just awestruck about some of the things that she shared. So today, Kia, what do you think are some of the top 3 issues that people have when it comes to their finances?
So basically, many people are starting off with student loans. That's a huge issue in our community. Credit card debt, and really home debt as well.
Okay. So student loans. I saw that there was in the news the past few days, maybe the past week, about loans that are being forgiven because it's $30 billion worth of debt when it comes to student loans.
It's a crisis.
Oh, okay. I feel a crunch. I have a student loan my own self. Okay, and thankfully, some of the things that I have in place have been helping me bring it on down. And so student debt is one. What are some of the other things you said? Credit card debt. Oh boy, can we get caught up in the credit card debt? I remember my grandmother, you talking 30, 40 years ago when she was starting to get Montgomery Ward's credit cards in the mail and things like that. And so she was like, she put it right in the drawer. She said, oh, I don't need that. And so I know you say a lot of times, if you cannot afford to pay cash for it, it shouldn't be for you. What do you say about that, Kia?
I think that cash is king, and if you can't pay for it outright, then you don't need to buy it. You need to wait and save up.
Wait and save up. Can you give us some pointers on some of the things that we can do to encourage savings or to start that savings process?
Absolutely. You can start a little bit at a time. Keep, when you get paid or whenever your income comes in, just put a little on the side every time and make a goal for it. If you want to purchase a television, if you want to purchase a car, make that your goal and save up a little bit every time.
Save up a little bit every time. So, sometimes it's a challenge. One of the things that I begin to do is read some books on it. I begin to listen to some audio. I begin to watch some DVDs of some of the people who are in this financial space. And it made me think, beyond getting that pocketbook, beyond getting those fancy new shoes, red bottoms. I just put some, I don't need no red bottoms. I may spray some paint on the bottom to get my red. But you know what? Sometimes if you just simply, like you said, set some goals for yourself. And that was one of the things that you taught the girls at the girls' conference. Set some goals. And a lot of times, if you simply get in the mindset of, this is my goal, I'm going to save $50, or I'm going to save up $100. And when my daughter was coming up, one of the things I used to tell her to encourage her to save was, I would tell her, any amount that you got in, save half and spend half, so it wouldn't be so harsh to her to be cold turkey, so to speak.
Exactly.
And say save it all. No, I would say save half and spend half. And so a lot of times she would go behind my back and say, well, I want to spend this and that. And so she would talk to Dad, and I'd be like, you know what, we gotta help, and you gotta help with these goals. And so a lot of times having that partner to encourage you in your goals, it's very helpful. If you have somebody. So a lot of times I find that whether you're using credit, cash is king, like you said. Let credit be on a back burner. Let that be like a last resort. A last resort. And I had to learn that the hard way. I remember when I got a credit card, and I was out of town. I was in Chicago. I was in Chi-Town.
Right.
And they had, what's that? The mile. The
Magnificent Mile.
Yeah, the Magnificent Mile. I wanted to shop till I dropped on the Magnificent Mile. I'm telling you, I was in Chicago having a good old time. Next thing I know, I got an alert telling me, is there fraud going on with your card? Somebody's in Chicago. But I'm like, that's me. They had a fraud alert put on because I was spending. I was real happy with it. And so I've learned that to pace yourself, brace yourself, and plan.
Yes.
And so what do you think are some of the good plans that you can make towards setting those goals?
So if you when you make your goal and you know how much income you have, if you start with a budget, if you start with what you make and what you have to pay, if you're paying bills, if you're paying utilities, whatever you have to pay, do that first, and then you'll be able to decide how much you can save towards the goals that you made.
Okay. I used to think budget was a dirty word.
No way. No.
I had to come up with another word that was encouraging, and one of those words I came up with was, it was actually two words. It was spending plan.
Spending plan, yep.
So in my mind, I was still going to be spending something, but just not as much. And so Kia, what do you think people should make as a priority when they're setting those goals? What a lot of times they say take care of this first or that first. I know you said utilities, and you said some other things. What are some of the things that they can make as a priority?
So for us, and what I tell a lot of clients is, when you are planning your spending, do your giving first. And we giving is a huge part of our life and a huge part of our family, so we set aside money for giving first, and then we take care of all of our utilities, gas and electric, telephone, all those things that are a necessity, especially in the home. And then after that, it can be some wants. It can be saving up for a goal. It can be just purchasing something outright that you need right now or want right now. But you have to make a plan so that you can take care of your money instead of your money being in control.
Okay. Well, those are some lessons learned. When we come back, I'm going to talk to you about what I know, because this is my baby sister. We're 16 years apart, and I'm going to tell you, she don't just talk it, she walks it. So stay tuned, my friends. Go ahead. If you haven't gotten your pencil yet, come on now. They say note takers are money makers. Anybody out there ready to make some money? Okay. We'll be right back with more. Stay tuned.
What's good? It's your boy Squirrel Wide. Hey, you know where I'm gonna be September 10th? I'm gonna be right here at Cliff on the Cliff Fest, brought to you by Fat Brand and Iconic. It's gonna be crazy. It's all featuring Dream Dog, Young Moose, Rough Ends. Who else gonna be there? Scola, IZM 400, Brett Sears, Miami Mills, BRM Stunton, Lil Ty. A little bit of everybody's gonna be there. Big festival, 2 stages. You don't want to miss it. You need any information on it, all you gotta do is go riffonthecliffest.org. See you there, Big Mouth.
Fat Brand presents the first annual Riff on the Cliff Music and Arts Festival, featuring Dream Dog, Young Moose, Scola Dinero of Blue Hill, J Grams, Ruffin, and many, many more. All happening Saturday, September 10th at 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's all happening at Clifton Park, 2801 Harford Road. Get your tickets today at riffonthecliffest.org. Sponsored in part by Iconic Entertainment and the Funds Unlimited Group.
Welcome back, my friends. Did you go call your friend up who you know is always spending so that they can get a plan? Because you know they're going to be trying to borrow from you, when the fall is coming and they trying to shop. You know they're going to be hitting you up for some cash, right? So you better go call them so they can be listening in to the things that we got coming forward in this part of the show. So if you're just tuning in, my guest is Miss Kia Span. She is a financial advisor and she teaches workshops at different events. And although she is not available right now, she is solid book, because we've been going through a pandemic. A lot of people are dealing with financial stuff. So Kia is solid book, but she's gonna share some resources toward the end of the show. And right now we're getting into the fact that even though she became this professional financial advisor, 2017, and she taught the session for me in 2018. For a long time, Kia not only is talking the talk, she walks and what she's living. And so I remember when they were going on that first Disney cruise, wasn't it a Disney cruise?
Yes.
Her sons were in on it.
That was the Disney trip to Disney World.
The trip to Disney World. And so I walked in the house. I'm in the kitchen. I see this big poster on the wall where they had marked off when money came in, certain things went toward that Disney trip. Yep. And they hit that goal early, didn't they?
Yep, we did.
The family hit the goal early, and the boys, her sons, hit the goals early. My nephews. And so they hit their goals early. And so she began to share with us today the fact that you have to set those goals and make those plans, whether it's credit card, whether you're using cash, whether it's a car purchase, whether it's a home purchase, you have to set those goals, and that's going to help you on the way to really making a dent and using the strategies for improving your financial future. We want your finances to have a future. Yes. We don't want to see you frowning from day in and day out. Because remember what I said, dynamic life is all about thriving in this space called life. And so one of the biggest challenges people have is getting a hold of their finances. Do you have at least 3 tips that you can really share for people who are really struggling right now?
So you start by making a budget. The budget is the key to everything. Whatever you have coming in, you take your giving, you take your utilities out, and whatever you have left over, that's what you use to pay off debt. And that is the next thing. If you have debt, and that is car payment, that is credit cards, that's student loans, that's anything that is not a utility, that's even your cell phones, because not many people know that your cell phone is actually a debt bill. And so when you want to pay off that debt, you start with the smallest debt first. You pay that off, not the highest interest rate, but the smallest debt first, and then you roll it over like a snowball as you pay more debt. Then you always want to make sure you keep an emergency fund of at least $1,000. You have your emergency fund so that you don't have to rely on personal loans or credit cards to pay off emergencies that might happen. And that could be a flat tire, that could be car repairs, that could be a home repair, because sometimes your roof goes and you don't know it. And so you have to have an emergency fund so that you don't rely on debt to pay those things down.
Those are all great tips. Setting those goals, making sure you map out some strategies for around the house, not just your house, but the utilities, the other things you have. So, Kia, I want to end the show just by any particular resources people can turn to help them in this space. I know you said you're not available, you're not accepting any coaching clients right now, but is it any particular that you recommend? I know I mentioned some of the books that I read. I didn't really tell the books because this is a business. And so, but that's one of the things that I did. I began to go to the library and I began to see who those financial gurus were, and I began to get their books and their audio and their DVD. What is it? Any other resources you can think of that people can use to get them on the straight and narrow in this space?
One of the resources that I refer clients to is Ramsey Solutions, and also the book, The Total Money Makeover. It is for anybody in any income situation, whether you make $500,000 or $500. It can help you in any financial situation you're in, and it is available at any time through the Ramsey Solutions website, or different books that you can find just at the library. You don't even have to buy them. You can just check them out. And
that's a savings right there.
Absolutely.
Going to the library, because those books add up.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's one of the things that I did. I began to go to the free library and get my free books and rent them out, and hang on to them, and begin to turn to those resources, because I really wanted to see a difference. My goal was getting down to zero, and so I got down from, I forget what I started at. I got it down to 2,000, and I found out about a granddaughter, and I went and bought a vehicle. I said, okay, I need more room. And so, but I did get it got it way down. And so as a recent retiree, that's one of the things that I've had to really pay attention to. And so I found out through going to a financial advisor that I had one of the best retirement plans in the nation. A federal government retirement plan in the nation. And so, but I still wanted to manage those things. So what are some daily practices, or some big picture practices that people can consider as they are entering the space where they're serious? They want to get a handle on it. They may be like me, getting ready to retire, so is there anything else that you would like to add as we close out this part of the show?
You have to remember that personal finance is 80% behavior. It has nothing to do with your income. So what you do with the money is what is causing whether you have a problem or not. You have to manage your behavior. You have to have self-control when those things, you might see that purse that you want, but you don't have to buy it. You might see shoes that you want, but you don't have to buy it. If you need it, then you might settle for a lesser option, but you have to control your own behavior when it comes to personal finance.
And that starts with that mindset.
Absolutely.
Realizing you really don't need that. You really don't need that. You can do without it this time.
Yes.
And then what I found out is they said when you make some strides, do you think it's okay to reward yourself something small?
Absolutely. Every month, even in my household, I have a allowance. I don't spend my whole paycheck on what I want. I have a specific allowance for myself. My husband also, he has one as well. And we use that money to spend on ourselves. Now, if you spend it all on one thing, that's on you, because you don't get any more until you get paid again. But just know that you can choose to save up that allowance to get a bigger thing, or you can spend it right then and there and get something that you want immediately.
Well, I know my godmother used to say, whenever you start working, every payday, you should treat yourself to at least one thing. And it was the practice that you just mentioned, that allowance for yourself. It don't have to be something big. It can be something small, and you work your way up to something big.
Right.
So coming back, I believe we're going to close out now, or we're going to come back in 1 second and close out.
What's good? It's your boy Squirrel Wide. Hey, you know where I'm gonna be September 10th? I'm gonna be right here at Clifton Park for the Riff on the Cliff Fest, brought to you by Fat Brand and Iconic. It's gonna be crazy. It's all featuring Dream Dog, Young Moose, Rough Ends. Who else gonna be there? Scola, IZM 400, Brett Sears, Miami Mills, BRM Stunton, Lil Ty, a little bit of everybody's gonna be there. Big festival, 2 stages. You don't want to miss it. You need any information on it, all you gotta do is go riffonthecliffest.org. See you there, Big Mouth.
Fat Brand presents the first annual Riff on the Cliff Music and Arts Festival, featuring Dream Doll, Young Moose, Scola Dinero of Blue Hill, J Grams, Ruffin, and many, many more. All happening Saturday, September 10th at 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's all happening at Clifton Park, 2801 Harford Road. Get your tickets today at riffonthecliffest.org. Sponsored in part by Iconic Entertainment and the Funds Unlimited Group.
Into the Dynamic Life Show with Deronda Michelle. I want you to know that today's guest, Kia Span, a financial advisor, has shared some great nuggets. If you missed the in case you missed it, we know those hashtags, right? I want you to go ahead and make time to hit the replay. We're going to get the link out to you. I want you to hit the replay. I want you to share it with those in your circle who you know want a better financial future. And so we're getting ready to close out with our guest. Thank you so much, Ms. Kia Span, financial expert. And you know what? I want you to live that dynamic life because you deserve the best. Don't tell yourself and don't allow nobody else to tell you any different. Dynamic Life with Deronda Michelle is all about you tapping into the resources and the things that you're going to need for your better financial future. Turn into the CoyoteManOnline.com. The Coyote Man. Look, download the app right now. And if you don't have the app on your phone, get it on all of your devices. I want you to tune in, okay? And check back with me next week at 5:30. Take care. Be blessed.
What's good? It's your boy. What's good? It's your boy Squirrel Wide. Hey, you know where I'm gonna be September 10th? I'm gonna be right here at Clifton Park for the Riff on the Cliff Fest, brought to you by Fat Brand and Iconic. It's gonna be crazy. It's all featuring Dream Dog, Young Moose, Rough Ends. Who else gonna be there? Scola, IZM 400, Brett Sears, Miami Mills, BRM Stunton, Lil Ty, a little bit of everybody's gonna be there. Big festival, 2 stages. You You don't want to miss it. You need any information on it, all you got to do is go riffonthecliffest.org. See you there, Big Mouth.
Fat Brand presents the first annual Riff on the Cliff Music and Arts Festival, featuring Dream Doll, Young Moose, Scola De Niro of Blue Hill, J Grams, Ruffin, and many, many more. All happening Saturday, September 10th at 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's all happening at Clifton Park, 2801 Harford Road. Get your tickets today at riffonthecliffest.org. Sponsored in part by Iconic Entertainment and the Funds Unlimited Group.